Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hitch and Yeti here, and today my adventures have brought me to Salisbury, North Carolina, and I'm really looking forward to this. I had a subscriber of mine, a friend of mine, who actually reached out and said, hey, I really enjoyed your Statesville Signal Hill Mall, Dead Mall video you did. I really liked that, and I have another one for you. You need to go down to Salisbury and check out that old mall, which has been renamed. This whole shopping center is not Salisbury Mall no more. They call it the West End Plaza now. So we're going to go inside and check this place out and see how it compares to the Statesville Signal Hill Mall. I have a hard time believing I'm going to walk in there and smell mildew and broken tiles all in like water leaks from the roof. So I'm really curious though. So we're going to walk around the exterior of the building first and then make our way around to the mall entrance area, and then we will venture inside and see what we can see. So come on, let's go do this. And by the way, I appreciate you stopping by today. Let's go have some fun. Well, this has definitely not had much upkeep in quite some time. I have never been to this mall before, but if I was a guessing person, I would probably think this was probably a Belk at one point. They actually have it roped off. You cannot even walk into the Belk store area, or where Belk used to be, I would say. As I pan up, you can actually see the reflective material up there actually coming off. You know, it's actually peeling away from weather, things of that nature. Even the stop sign is looking very rough, very faded looking. So as I'm walking toward the front entrance, I couldn't help but to notice they got an old movie theater right there off to the left. It says Cinemas, and it looks pretty dormant too, like it's not been open in a really long time. It's kind of shame, these old malls. I mean, they're just a dying breed, right? We got Thelma's Down Home Cooking. I'm gonna say that's still open though. Still got the hours posted. Looks like some lights are on in there. And this mall does look pretty rough outside here already. Looked like they had some seating. It's kind of crumbling. Some brick was beneath it. And then they just did some concrete patch on top of it. It's looking pretty rough. I would imagine back many years ago, this was a happening spot to hang out, and kids to be picked up by the parents, waiting on their parents, probably sit right there. Sit right out here and just jump in the car when their parents come and pick them up. We have an old fountain here that's definitely not operational anymore. Yep. And we found it. We got the mall entrance right here. So let's push forward, shall we? So first of all, as soon as you walk in here, it is very quiet. We have the Rowan County Veterans Honor Guard, which is closed right now at this moment. You have all your candies and little prizes you can get out of the machines in here. Bubble gum, jelly beans. So right here we have the Whitehall Jewelers, which looks like it's long been closed. And so far, the only thing I can really see is this is just a mall where people come and exercise, just walk. And this is the next store we have here on the corner is the Rowan County Veterans Services Suite A2, which is still open because right when I come in, I didn't want to put the lady on the video, but this is where she actually works. And she said back in 1987 when this place opened, she was so excited about it. She took a day off where they could come down here and shop and look at everything, all the new stores and all that kind of good stuff. And that's something else, how quick times change. G-Man's Wear. Yeah, there ain't hardly anything here in this old mall. But I must say this. It's miles better than Statesville's mall, the Signal Hill Mall that I walked through. This one still smells okay. I don't see any roof problems as far as leakages. It still seems like it's fairly well maintained, you know. It's just so quiet in here. I feel like I'm yelling when I'm just talking into my camera. Oh man, they had a Hibbett Sports here. I don't know if we can see, but it is totally cleaned out. Nothing. And this, I'm thinking this was a Belk. I'm pretty sure, just looking at it, the layout and the colors and everything. That mirror. So I just spoke to a lady that was walking around making her laps, and I asked her if this used to be a Belk, and she said, yes, it was. And then with the most saddest face, she said, I wish it still was. God, that's horrible, man. That is so crap. All these places just closing down, you know, and, you know, people like her, some of the older generation people who may not have the internet, you know, who don't really care a whole lot about technology, it hurts them more than anybody when places like this just close up and just rot away. Also, right here in front of the Belk store, when you look up, they actually had a pretty sweet looking skylight. You can see right up into the pretty blue sky. So the next store here has just got like some black covering over where the signage used to be. Not sure what it used to be. I was just sitting here guessing, trying to guess, because I've never been in this mall before, but maybe that was like a Foot Locker or something like that. That's all I can do is guess. If you have ever shopped in this mall back in its heyday, please put in the comment section down below if you notice some of these stores that I'm looking at, because I have no clue what these stores are, because most of them has no signage at all. I know the mall in Statesville that I went to, the Signal Hill Mall, some of the signage was still left behind, and I also remembered much of what was there from memory from my childhood. But in here, I have no clue. I just know a lot of things is closed. Maybe this was a jewelry store right here, maybe at one time. They have like little areas where maybe they would put necklaces on display, jewelry, things like that. Look like they has some lighting up in there. Possibly. Just guessing, guesstimation. And I have never heard of Urban Trends before, but it looked like they had that was kind of a fun sign. I kind of like that. As we move a little bit forward into the mall area, we have this old Pretzel Time. Had a little sink right here where they'd, I guess, wash your hands before you serve people. Mealtime pretzels. Bottled water, 99 cents. I had lemonade. And ices. Fountain drinks. You was good to go. And this used to be some kind of fountain, which has long been dried up. I might walk around on the front side of that to get a better view of it. It's almost like this was like a little stage area maybe. So now we moved around to the front side of the old waterfall area, this fountain. And then right in front of that, we have this old little merry-go-round for kids. 50 cents to ride. I'm telling you right now, if I had 75 cents, I'd be riding this bad boy. We have the Plaza Salon, which the lights are still on. I would think they're still open, but just closed for today. And then the JCPenney here is still open, but it's closed to the mall. So it's not really, you can't shop in there and come out here for anything. And they even took their old signage off. If you've ever seen JCPenney's in malls before, they always have that white signage with the black trim on it, and they actually removed it up there. You can just see, you know, kind of the old spot where it used to be, and it's kind of stained onto that mirror, you know, over years and years, I'm sure, of being there with dirt and grime. They just didn't clean it once they removed it. And right over here, I'm not sure what the heck that is. If it was mine, I would say an arcade. That's just wishful thinking because I love arcades. Old coin-op machines. I mean, if I walk close enough and close my eyes, I can just think I hear Mortal Kombat. I can just hear the words, finish him. You know? So, but I don't know if that's what that was or not. I wouldn't think so. I don't know what was in there. It looked like maybe it was some kind of store of other proportions. Was not an arcade, I don't guess. And right here next to the Plaza Salon, we have some old signage up here. Now this was a pretty big store. This is a big opening, and it says fresh cooked nuts. So this was some kind of like maybe a sweet treat type of area. And that there actually says like maybe home style candles. So maybe it was 3 different things. There's some more signage right there in the middle. If you can make that out. Not really sure what that was, but if you've ever been here and you know what this here used to be, please put that in the comment section down below. I would love to know. The next store up right here looks like it used to say Books A Million. So right here in front of Books A Million, we had, looks like to be like a food court area. Had a bunch of tables and chairs. And I would imagine at one time this was all little eateries. Maybe a bakery or two in here. And then even this place has, it almost looks like maybe it used to be like a little Chinese restaurant maybe. So back in the 80s and 90s, if they was definitely a mainstay of stores, like every mall had one, GNC and Bath and Body Works had to be on the list. And as you see, Bath and Body Works and these old malls, when you go through them, they're always the last ones to go. I'm one that, you know, I always try to go by Bath and Body Works like really fast, because I have an issue with scents, like real strong scents, and my wife definitely does. Actually will give her headaches sometime. So we always stay away from those places. Do you? So we just walked by the Bath and Body Works, and now we're in front of the Family Closet 2 consignment shop. A lot of clothes in there for kids. Signage in there actually says girls and boys. I mean, they wasted no time at removing most of the signs of these closed stores here. Not even sure what this stuff is. Here's the Rowan Public Library. Second Saturday Bookshop. The old Salisbury Mall at the West End Plaza, which that's what they call this place now. It's not the Salisbury Mall anymore. It's just the West End Plaza. Second Saturday Bookshop. The Bride of Chucky Lives. Look at all the stuff in there. I don't know if that's coming in, but man, that's a lot of stuff in there. Look at that. So this is the West End Plaza store, Rowan Museum. Vintage and gently used treasures. Here we have this home furniture store. No credit refused. And of course, if you're in Salisbury, you're going to see a drink machine that says Cheerwine on it, because this was where Cheerwine actually started. This is the home of Cheerwine. So for only 75 cents, you can get a 12-ounce can. Got some Cheerwine on there. They have Diet Cheerwine, 7-Up, RC Cola, Sunkiss. And right up here we have the Rowan County Board of Elections. And they are closed. So Thelma's Down Home Cooking, I thought was open, but it is not. They actually have some signage up here on the door. Closed to the public until further notice. Thelma Lucky, we are done. Alright, that pretty much is my mall walkthrough today. It's kind of heartbreaking coming to these old malls and seeing, you could just see, like, you know, glimmers of what they used to be. And as far as comparing it to the Statesville Signal Hill Mall, I will say this mall is miles ahead of the Statesville Mall that I videoed. This place still smells good when you walk in. It still seems very clean. Somebody takes care of the floors really nice. The roof has like no water spots or like leakage and things like that. It stays full. There's tiles hanging down. There's bad mildew smell when you walk in. So this place is like way better. I would much rather come here, and people still come here and walk for exercise in the mall because it is so nice and kind of cozy and comfortable in there. So yeah, that's about all it is to it. It really is a shame. I just can't help but to think back about the woman I spoke to down there to ask about if this used to be Belk, and she just looked at me and she said, really? She was like, yes it used to be. And you know what, I wish it still was. And she just looked so bummed because Belk is not here anymore, you know. And when you think about it, the older generation, you know, people like that lady and my mom, God bless her, you know, she's in her 70s now, you know, and she, you know, she's not an internet person, and she don't want to be an internet person. She just wants to go somewhere and shop and go home. She don't want to get online and buy everything and put her credit card numbers out there. And I totally get that. But I guess this is just the way of the times are, you know. I mean, with stuff like Amazon and online shopping is such a big thing these days, and especially with like Amazon, because if you're Amazon Prime, you know, you get free shipping, like 2-day shipping. So I don't want, and they got everything, you know. I mean, how many times you used to go to a store years ago and you'd be like, oh, I wish they had this, and they don't. Well, come back in a few weeks, maybe we'll have it. You go on Amazon, you just type in whatever and you just find everything at the tip of your fingers. I mean, it's just like hit a button. It's just so easy. So I don't know, it's sad, but at the same time I get it, you know. So I came and I saw and I did this, so I'm glad I come down here and check this place out, and I was able to share it with you good people. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like today's content, give it a thumbs up. And if you've ever been here or shopped here or anything, had anything to do with this mall, please put in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you and get a little bit more backstory on some of the stores and stuff that I've seen inside. I really was interested in some of that stuff. This is the first time I went to a mall, shot a video, and knew nothing. You know, I mean, it was literally just looking at doors and like structures and trying to guess what used to be there, you know. But all that, I'm all done today. So I really appreciate it, guys. And you know what, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you friends in our next vlog or video. We just call it video. Later. So as some bonus footage, I decided to walk up here to the top of the hill and check out this old cinema that's long been closed down. I love old movie theaters. And wow, look at this. If they got some damage going on the front pillars. No trespassing, don't you worry. There would be the doors where you walk in to go to your movie theater, take a seat with some popcorn, drinks. This would be the window, I guess, where you would actually pay for your tickets. And there's where you would buy your candy, as you see right there where that yellow sticker is. It says $2.75. That's probably how much a Snicker bar was. Is that not frustrating when you go to a movie theater and you pay so much for the food inside? Oh man, that used to just destroy me until I figured out that movie theaters don't make a dime hardly off the actual movie they're showing. All the money they make is off concessions.